Still about snapping, we've worked with the snap mode, okay, uh, in grid spacing, so we can use, as you know, this functionality. Let's open the grid and count the jumps. But it's very interesting that we can also use the polar snap instead of the grid snap, which allow me to work also and count these jumps in terms of polar angles. I need to activate a couple of things, so among them the polar tracking and also another function that it is called the object snap tracking, which allow me, among other things, to track some angles. Let's start by understanding the polar snapping, which does this. When I have an angle, and I'm using the definition of angles we have, I can count, you see, jumps according to the spacing defined on the angle that is defined. This is one important feature. The other feature, the polar tracking, it is something that uh, can be a little confused, but it is a very useful function because I can be trying to create a line starting from this point, and I have my angle definition from this point, okay? But I can come to, for example, this point here. I leave my cursor for a couple of seconds, and the system creates a small cross. You see a small green cross there. And at the same time, the system will also catch this angle definition from that second point or third, fourth, wherever you want. Okay. So in conjunction, we can make some very nice features, searching points that still don't exist, and only with this help, with these functions, we can find them. Okay, these green dots on the entities, I can, if I go there again and leave a couple of seconds on top, the cross disappears. Okay, to make this a little more complex, I'm not restricted to only to 2 points. I can have as much points as I want. So I can start catching points. And now I have this a little more complex with a lot of points being recognized in my drawing.